Good morning, Year 4, and welcome to your English lesson. Today we're learning to write to entertain, with that focus being on play scripts. Now, the eagle-eyed among you will have noticed, here I am down the bottom corner. Hello, here I am. It's not just because I know you miss my face and really want to see it, though obviously you do miss my face and want to see it. It's because today's play script's all about it being exciting and wonderful and really entertaining. And so I thought, actually, when we're saying the lines, it's important to be able to see the reaction of what the actor is going to be doing. So you're stuck with me in the video today. Please don't expect some kind of Shakespearean acting going on. Please don't even expect me to get out of this chair. But I will be doing a little bit of acting to help with my writing today. First thing I want to think about is the success criteria I'm going to use in my writing today. I'm going to use stage direction to show the actor what to do. I'm going to use stage direction to show the actor how to deliver their lines. I'm going to include character names to show when the actor needs to talk. And I'm going to include dialogue to show the actor what to say. These are really important. Without these things, your poor old actors don't know what they need to say, don't know what they need to do, don't know when they need to be doing anything. So it's really important we include these today. Obviously, we've still got to think about really interesting vocabulary, characteristics, how we're going to show someone's angry or sad or that type of thing, like we should in all of our writing. But this is the big focus to make sure we do in our shared writing today. So let's go back to my plan. Here is a plan we looked at yesterday. Hopefully you've got your plan that you've done. Okay. We don't need to do the whole writing today. We're going to work together to write one bit. Now, obviously, normally in school, I put up my plan. You'd help me write it. You can't, so I've had to have a go on my own. So we're going to focus today on just this bit here. Now, if you remember from my plan, that was the bit where Raytheon suddenly goes, oh, I could sell my daughter. Fantastic. I can get that money for the food. So that's what I'm going to focus on today. I'm going to add a bit more in than that because I don't want to be that boring. But that's the one bit. He's not going to go walking off. He's not going to get the slave trader. I'm just going to focus on that one bit. So today in your writing, you just need to focus on that one first bit if you're writing. Let's have a look at the shared writing then. If we were at school right now, I'd be asking you to help me create the sentences. But we're not at school, so I've had a really good go on my own, and I think I've been quite successful. But you're now going to help me to see how successful I've been and whether there's improvements I can make. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to pause the video, and I'd like you to go through the work I've done and think where I've been successful and where I need to make improvements. Okay, so pause the video now. Okay, hopefully you've had a chance to look through what I've done and you've come up with some ideas where I've been successful and where I've not been successful. Okay, so I think looking through it, I've got a title, which is good. I've started to write the cast, but I've forgotten to actually write who they are. I've put a scene title. And I've got some dialogue here, so I think I'm well on the way to being successful. But let's look at where I can make some improvements. First off, obviously, I've forgotten to put the cast in. So I'm going to write them in. So you would have thought by now that I'd be able to spell Raytheon's name, but I'm finding it tricky every time. So Raytheon and Melia. So I've got them in my cast. I've got my scene title. Good so far. Okay, so looking through this, hopefully you spotted one major problem here. That being, we don't know who's supposed to say this line here. If you don't write the character's name next to it, then the actor won't know it's their job to say those words. So that's his daughter's line. So I'm going to put her name in there. So now the actress who plays Melia will know that she has to say that line there. So hopefully you've noticed one of the big major problems I've got here is there's absolutely no stage direction anywhere in my writing. That means my actors don't know how they're supposed to deliver their lines, and they also know what they're supposed to do throughout this. And my poor old actors are just going to stand on the stage aimlessly saying the words in whatever voice they pick. So as the writer, I want to change that and let them know what to do. So I'm going to look at it sentence by sentence, and the first thing I'm going to do is focus on the stage direction for how they should deliver their lines. Okay, so the first one, Raytheon says, "Why do the gods curse me so? I am famished. I need sustenance, or I shall surely perish." Well, he's not happy at this point, is he? He's really hungry, and he thinks he might actually die because he's got no food. So therefore, I want to put in the front here, I want him to say it, and he's going to be moaning. Okay? So that when he says, he's not saying, "Why do the gods curse me?" He's going, "Why do the gods curse me so? I'm famished." He's saying it in a moany voice. Now, the next one, Melia here says, "I warned you, you fool, that the gods would take their vengeance on you. She is not happy. We know that because she's called him a fool. Okay, she is angry with him for what he's done. So I'm going to put in here that she is going to say it angrily. Okay, so now when she says that line, she's not going to go, I warned you, you fool. She's going to say it in an angry voice. And Ruthian then goes, what a useless daughter you are. Your poor father sits here starving while you scold him. If only I could find a way to make you useful. He's not happy at this point. He's moaning and complaining. He's probably doing that thing where, although he's talking to her-ish, he's kind of more talking about her. He's muttering under his voice. So I'm going to put here that he is muttering. That means he's not saying it out loud. He's going, what a useless daughter you are. He's saying it under his breath. Although he's talking about her, he's not really talking to her. Then the next one here, Erethion says, I know how you can help me, you awful lump. I can sell you and use the gold to buy all the food I need to stave off this infernal hunger. He's suddenly had an idea. Bing! Light bulb moment. He knows exactly what to do. He's going to sell his daughter. So he's obviously had a really good idea here. He's no longer whinging and moaning. He's really happy. So he's going to say it enthusiastically. Can I spell it right? Enthusiastically. Can I spell it correct? Oh, I can! Look at that. Got me first time for everything. Okay, I'm sure that was the first take. I didn't do that several times. Okay, so now he's saying it enthusiastically. He's not just moaning. He's really enthusiastic about this idea of selling his daughter, as I'm sure most parents would be by now. So the next line, Melia's going, you would sell me, you daughter. You are a monster. She's just found out that her father wants to sell her to buy food. At this point, she's going to be a bit shocked and amazed and horrified. So I'm going to put in the stage direction in shock. So he's telling her that when she says this, she's got to say it like she's really shocked. Because obviously, as a daughter, she's just been sold. You'd be quite shocked by that. And then the last one, I'll be rich. You'll be worth at least 100 gold coins. Erethion is a happy bunny at this point. He's realised he can make all the money he needs to buy food by selling his useless lump of a daughter. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to make him excited. Okay, so now I've got my stage direction here. I've changed the sentences to give the actors more information about how I want to say it. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to practice it to see how good it is. I'm going to say it out loud. Okay, so Erethion is moaning here. Why do the gods curse me so? I am famished. I need sustenance or I shall surely perish. I warned you, you fool, that the gods would take their vengeance on you. What a useless daughter you are. Your poor father sits here starving while you scold him. If only I could find a way to make you useful. I know how you could help me, you awful lump. I can sell you and use the gold to buy all the food I need to stave off this infernal hunger. You would sell me? Your only daughter? You are a monster. I'll be rich. You'll be worth at least 100 gold. So you can see there, by putting in that stage direction at the beginning, and obviously a dramatic flair, that you have taken what would be a fairly plain and simple play script and made it far more exciting. So that's the first thing I'm going to do now in my shared writing, is making sure that I've got the dialogue and I've also got my stage direction for how the characters should deliver their dialogue. Great, so now that I've had that stage direction in for how they should be saying the words, I still haven't got any stage direction in there telling the actors what I want them to do. So I'm going to quickly try and add in some of that. So I don't want to start the play here, or the scene of the play, where Erethian's just stood there on the stage like a lump, knowing what to do. So I'm going to stick some stage direction here. I'm not going to put his name next to it because I don't need to. I'm just going to put what I want him to do. So Erethion is sitting on the floor, clutching his stomach. And he's doing this because he's absolutely starving. So if you can imagine, when this scene starts, there's Erethion on the floor. Oh, I'm so hungry, clutching his stomach, looking hungry. A bit like you do just before lunchtime, sitting in chairs going, oh, I'm so hungry. And then when he moves into his moaning bit, it makes a lot more sense at this point. Okay, so we've got Arethion sitting on the floor, clutching his stomach. Then he's moaning. The next bit, well, we've got Melia there where she's coming in and she's arguing. I don't believe she would just be stood there if she was arguing. I mean, when you're in an argument, you're generally not that happy. Your whole body language is not happy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a line in here. And again, stage direction. So I'm going to open my bracket so that I know it's stage direction. I've got Melia strides across the port. Because don't forget, we're at the port where the slave traders are. With a scowl on her face. Okay, so this is telling Melia, the character, the actress who's playing Melia, that she's got to stride across the port with a scowl like on her face, because she is not happy. She's not going to walk across with a big smile on her face. She's more a because she is not happy at all. Okay, now already we're starting to think, oh, this is far more exciting. When you think about this as a performance, far more exciting than the characters stood there like that. They're actually now doing things to make it more exciting. Okay, now the next thing I want to think about is, see there, she's having an angry, then Arethion's muttering here, what a useless daughter you are, and then this line here is one where he goes, bing, light bulb. He has the best idea ever. He's going to flog his daughter for some money. I think in between the one where he's muttering and being enthusiastic, there's got to be some stage direction. Arethion has got to be doing something at this point. He can't just suddenly go, blah, 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 blah. He's got to be much more going on there. So what I want him to do, if I'm thinking, if you suddenly have an idea, if you're sitting there, suddenly idea, you're like, oh, jump up, excited, wow, I've had this idea. So I'm going to have here, suddenly, he suddenly had the idea. Oh, look at that, spell his name first time. Jumps up and smiles. So suddenly Arethion jumps up and smiles. You can imagine the actor on stage sitting there, and then suddenly, wow, up he comes. He's really excited. He has figured out what he's going to do. He's going to sell his daughter. Win-win, no daughter, more food. Fantastic. So he's up, jumping up and smiling at this point here. Now, at this point now, we've got Melia here, has just been told that she's going to be sold. Well, I would have thought that she's probably going to want to do some acting to show that how devastated, how in shock, how horrified she is that she would be sold in order to buy, I don't know, fish and chips and ice cream, a Mars bar, whatever it is that he's buying in Roman times. Probably not a Mars bar then, or a bacon sandwich, but whatever it is that he's buying in Roman times in order to stave off this hunger. So thinking about what you do to show that you're in shock. Now, if I was in shock, I might be like, oh. So your jaw drops, so your face kind of goes, oh. Okay, so I'm going to have here Melia, remember my apostrophe for possession there, because the jaw belongs to her, drops and she stares at I'm getting good at this now. Distraught. Okay, so she's distraught. Remember that, distraught meaning absolutely horrified and devastated and really, really, really sad. So you can imagine the actress who's playing Melia is now going to have to go, oh. She's absolutely distraught. I'm not an actor, so it's probably not as good as it could be, but like absolutely distraught with what's going on. Okay, and then I think bit more here, just a little bit more here. She then says that he's a monster. He then goes, oh, I'm rich. He is not at this point giving her monkeys that he's about to sell his daughter. He really doesn't care that she's going, because all he can see is a nice, tasty sandwich instead of his daughter. So at this point, he's not actually paying any attention to what's going on, what she is saying. Of course, you lot would never not pay attention when someone's talking, would you? No, of course, you'd always pay attention. But here, he's not paying any attention to his daughter. He's already dismissed her as a sandwich. He's not really going to listen to her now. So I want to put in a bit stage direction here. And I'm going to say, I'm getting really good at this now. I'm just showing off my Arethions. Arethion isn't listening. Oh, I can't spell the word isn't. But all showing off with Arethion. He isn't listening. Again, to the actors like that. Not really paying attention to anything. Melia's going, oh, and he's like, okay. He's not listening, and is jumping up and down with excitement. Okay, so imagine a character, he's so excited because he's about, he's going to be rich. 100 gold coins for his moldy old daughter. He's jumping up and, yeah, going to be rich. Really excited while his daughter's going, oh. So he's paying absolutely no attention. He is excited and she's not. So now I've got stage direction for how they should be acting as well as how they should deliver the words. I know that's taken quite a while to put in all that dialogue, all that stage direction for how they should be saying things and all that stage direction for how they should be acting. I've gone all out with this one. There is stage direction for how you say things on every line, and there is lots and lots of acting ones in there too. You probably don't need quite as much as I've put in there, but I just wanted to throw lots and lots of ideas in there for you. So when you come to do your shared writing today, what you need to focus on, again, is taking that part of your plan, take each individual picture of your plan as we talked about. Then you need to think about the dialogue, what the actors are going to say. When you thought about what the actors are going to say, I want you to think about how are they going to say it. If it's something they're happy about, you need to put the actor needs to say it happily. If you want them to be sad about it, you need to put some way of showing that they need to be sad about it. Remember, the actor will only do what you tell them to do. If you don't give them stage direction, they'll just stand there like a lump and say things in a monotone voice. You've got to give them that extra help. If you want them to do something, you need to also put that into the stage direction. Otherwise, your actor will just stand on the stage like just scratching their bottom or something, not knowing what to do. Make sure you put that stage direction in. So in your shared writing today, you don't need to do lots. I want you to pick the first picture off your plan. That's all you need to do today. And about the amount of writing I've done here, that's all you need to do today. The focus should be on good quality, not massive amounts. Take that first picture, turn it into a dialogue between the characters who are in that scene, making sure you put interesting dialogue with the success criteria. Make sure you've also got your stage direction for how they should do the acting and how they should deliver their lines. That's everything you need then to get on with your writing. Just a recap of the success criteria: to use stage direction to show the actor what to do, use stage direction to show the actor how to deliver, include character names to show the actor when to talk, include dialogue to show the actor what to say. So as I've done, take that one first bit of your plan, write it out as a play script, focusing on interesting dialogue, making sure you've got the stage direction in there. You've got all the bits in there you need to make this an exciting play script. Really focus today on making sure this would be an exciting for an audience. We don't want it to be some kind of dull, boring, Twilight type nonsense. We want it to be a really exciting Marvel type experience for people. This should be a really exciting thing for anyone who's going to sit and watch your performance rather than something really dull that they have to just endure. So good luck with today. Remember, it's only a small bit of writing, because when we come to do our main bit of hot task tomorrow, you'll have a chance to do even more writing. Let me know how you got on. I'm looking forward to seeing your work.